I've journaled for 100 days. I'm going to share what I've learned and how you could get started. Journaling is something that's picked up a lot of attraction across the internet recently.
I have found journaling to be such a great way to sort of refocus my mindset in the middle of hard times.
But journaling has been around for centuries. From Leonardo da Vinci to Emma Watson, tons of successful people have kept journals. So I've never been much of a writer myself, but according to science, journaling can lead to better mental health, boost immune function, cultivate gratitude and improve memory. Which genuinely sounds interesting. So after researching the internet of the best approach to start journaling, I went to the shops, bought myself a journal and stayed consistent for the next 100 days. Research has shown that on average, your brain has around 6,000 thoughts per day. Now these thoughts can be mostly positive or negative, but that depends on each person and ultimately a bunch of different factors. Journaling can help you identify these thoughts and address them. How do you actually journal? There are lots of ways to journal and I've tried a bunch of different methods. The one that's helped me the most is this. First of all, before I even sit down to journal, I make sure my environment is clean. I tidy my desk, light my incense, put on my journaling playlist, and even put on a fireplace background video. Yeah, that one's pretty cringe. Now, what this does is that it gets me in the mood for it, and my brain has associated my routine for my journaling session. It doesn't actually have to be the same thing, but whatever works for you and having a good routine will definitely help. After setting up my environment, I spend a few minutes writing a bunch of gratitude bullet points that I've experienced in that day or the week. This can be as simple as I'm grateful for the coffee I had this morning. But the idea is to keep yourself in a state of gratitude and thinking of the things that you are thankful for. So after that, it's time to get into the deep journaling state. This is when I write down everything that's going on in my mind, if it's today or any reoccurring thoughts throughout the week. But the idea is that you're literally emptying all your thoughts onto paper. It doesn't matter how short or long it is, but just try and go into it as much detail as possible. One thing to note is that you don't have to worry about your spelling, your grammar, your punctuation or handwriting. None of that is relevant. All you have to do is just keep writing down. And the idea is to spill all your thoughts, which is in your head, onto paper, even the ones that you've been pushing back for time. After this is done, it's time for the last step, which by the way is the most important, and that is to ask yourself 3 questions. Why, what, and how? Asking yourself why you're experiencing a certain type of thought or emotion and really getting into the core of it. And you just keep asking yourself why until you find the root of the problem. Then you can ask yourself what can be done to improve this, or what can be done to maintain this if this is a positive thought. And finally, you ask yourself how. And this is where you give yourself actionable steps on how you can achieve this outcome. And that's simply it. This journaling session isn't for you to look back in the future. It's actually a way where you address your thoughts and your problems and your emotions right now. It's all about being in the present moment, so you write for today rather than write for your future. This is not some sort of story, it's just a deep analysis of yourself. And one thing to really note is that you don't actually have to journal every day. I journaled pretty much once or twice a week. I'd set myself a routine. Every Sunday afternoon I would definitely journal. If I felt like I needed more journaling sessions throughout the week, then I'd do so. But typically I stuck to about 1 to 2 times a week. You're not going to discover yourself, and it's not going to be a quick turnaround until you start seeing the benefits. But it takes time. Like with everything, you can't expect to go to the gym and have one session and come out with an incredible physique. It takes discipline, it takes time, and it's exactly the same thing when you train your mind. The reason why I actually called you and I really wanted to get like an account of someone that journals, and I don't really know many people that journal, but I feel like a lot of people should journal because there's so many benefits. But I just want to hear your perspective.
So I haven't been doing it for very long, and it's not something I do very often. But when I do, it's usually when I'm really stressed, and it helps to organise my thoughts. Me reflecting on what's been going on and then what my next steps are. And so I think about different areas of my life, especially since I've moved to London. It's like uni, work, social life. And it just helps me to organise everything. Keep track of my mood as well, because it helps with, personal development and growth.
Like since you've started journaling, have you noticed a difference in yourself compared to before when you didn't journal?
I would say yes, in terms of putting myself first, like a growth and self-development way,
yeah.
Just improving yourself. I feel like I'm then a better person to be around as well, because I've reflected.
Now the biggest benefit that journaling has brought to me is that it's allowed me to be more introspective. It's given me the opportunity to be mindful of certain thoughts that need addressing that are often overlooked. Being introspective has helped me identify connections between different experiences and responses, and it can be a great source of personal knowledge. It made me look at things in a different way and change my mindset to be more grateful for the little things in life. And it's allowed me to really progress on the things that I might not have taken action for previously and deal with them head on. In these past few months, I feel a sense of achievement and development. I can go on about the benefits for a while, but pick up a pen and see for yourself.